My name is Mike Petriello. I'm a postdoc in Dr. Bernie Hennig's lab, and I've actually been here for about 6 years now. And I'm trying to find some susceptible populations that may actually be more at risk to the toxicity of environmental pollutants. So we've looked at people that eat high red meat, and we've actually shown that they produce a biomarker of cardiovascular disease that is related to environmental pollution. A lot of people think they're just stuck in the environment they live in. They can't do anything if they're exposed to whatever. But we actually think that you can do some things for yourself and for your children. If you eat healthy foods, you can protect against the environmental pollution. But then the same thing, if you have a poor diet, you may actually be more at risk. So it is your own choice. What did you have for lunch today? And our research actually is showing that there's interactions between diet and toxicology. So for our friends at the EPA and government, they're really interested in determining risk assessments. So they'll go into a community, they'll go into a population, determine, are they really at risk? What are the levels of exposure? And we really hope they do implement cumulative risk. So not just focusing on one pollutant at a time, but focusing on multitude of pollutants, mixtures of pollutants, but also this idea of nutrition. So in all of us, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of pollutants. They sit in our fat. They're called lipophilic pollutants. So if you have more fat, you may have more pollutants in your body. We call it a body burden. Decrease your body burden, decrease your adiposity, decrease your fat. So there's a lot of different pollutants that work through a lot of different pathways. Some pollutants may work through the same ones and actually synergize and cause worse effects. So we're trying to get this idea of cumulative risk. We're actually collaborating with a group up in Boston Children's Hospital, and trying to see how these children are impacted by environmental pollutants and how it relates to this nutritional biomarker that I was talking about. We're also working with some group that have collected data from the Anniston, Alabama population, so another population that was highly exposed to PCBs, but they also have really poor diet. There's pollutants that are being made today, tomorrow, yesterday, that we don't even know how toxic they are. But if you buffer yourself through possibly nutrition or through exercise or these other things that you have a choice, then you may be protected no matter what the chemical is.